What's going on, guys, and welcome back. So, Banlist today, you know what that means. We're gonna get the... No, we're not actually gonna do that because it's kind of cringy for the most part, and everyone knows it's not really a live reaction. You already saw it. If someone like me can't go 5 minutes after Banlist release, there's no way that you and your 200,000 subscribers went, an hour without seeing the Banlist. Like, come on, no one believes it. I will say our friend Ryan over at Ruggles, if you want to go check out his YouTube channel, he actually seemed very, very genuine and happy for him to get a Hero Lives to 2. But anyway, without further ado, I gave my comments on the ban list on our community tab, so go check it out that way. We're not going to dive into it too much. I would rather say, what is it going to do? What is the format going to look like? And since we're saying banlist, well, OTS stores got Grand Creators, and tomorrow's the official release, if I'm not mistaken, of Grand Creators. So Brave tokens are here, Exo Sisters, Punk Archetype, Inzector's getting support. Personally, I think those decks are all rogue. They're not going to be included in this. Sorry, I forgot about them until I was just already starting. But we're going to kind of go over and say, where do these decks rank? What can you expect for the format? And all that good stuff. If you want to get good testing, we are doing new Banlist tournaments at Dragon Rider Games. Link down below. Go check it out. Also, we have some apparel. We have playmats. Links down below for all that great stuff. And without further ado, Emancipator. I think this deck's still actually pretty decent. If you want to play it at more full power Block Dragons in Master Duel, you could do it. But in current format, we're going to not move our screen. Actually, we're gonna have to click off that and come over here at Emancipator. I have them as a pretty good rogue deck. I think the main thing people misinterpret here, they'll be like, oh, that rogue deck's better than that tier 2 deck. But sometimes just because it has a better matchup doesn't make it a better overall deck, 1. And 2, representation also matters as far as tiers. And when it comes to combo decks, I just think Emancipator doesn't have that backing that other ones do. Altergeist, this deck is scary. Skill drain to 3, protocol protecting their own monsters. The deck was already really good in a skilled player's hands. I think it will see more play, and it's going to be a very good tier 2 deck and very annoying to play against, especially with 3 skill drain on top of all the Altergeist things that they do already. B Trooper, it seems like every big tournament a high-end player plays it and does well with it. I think that does give it the right to be a tier 2 deck. If you don't know what it does, go check out what it does. And if you need help, let us know down below. Should we do a how to beat B Trooper segment? We'll do, for most of these decks, we'll start doing. Let us know down below which how to beats would you like to see moving forward. Cyber Dragon, best deck. Right? Cyber Dragon, best deck. I wish we could say that with a straight face. I'm going to put it as a rogue deck. I think that it's still got a good place. It's going to take a little bit to find its place in the meta, and I think this format may actually be worse. I want to mess around with it, but I like when we're in combo or heavy formats. I know that might sound weird with like Protoss and things, but Cyber Dragon's weakness is back row matchups, and if we're heading more towards like an Altergeist and Eldritch meta, I don't know if Cyber Dragons are going to be as good as they were this format. We'll see. Cards like Lightning Storm, evenly matched, make those matchups easier than they once were. Dinosaur, I think, is another good rogue deck. Mist is still at 1. Personally, I would play the going second variant without the scrap package. I think it is the superior build of Dinos. Dragon Link, deck's crazy. Deck always survives. It just got top 4 at the DCS not too long ago. The deck obviously didn't get hit on the ban list. 3 red MD, right? 3 red MD. I mean, the errata makes it trash, and you're probably still just going to play the 1 copy. But anyway, Dragon Link, I still think they're a strong tier 2 deck. Drytron, this is the one that's going to get people. It was a very, very strong deck, and it saw like no representation for some reason. But it seemed like even with no representation, the 2 or 3 people who played it always got to like top cuts of events. But the Eva ban not only hurts like their play line, it makes them just not be able to plus as much and have as many negates with the ultimateness, and I just think people are going to break their boards easier. The deck kind of gets sided for easy. I'm actually going to drop them to tier 3, and I know people are going to say that's way too harsh. I'm just saying I think that they're going to go from very little representation to almost no representation. They might still be stronger than most of the tier 2 decks, but they're not going to be played, and that is going to be the big role as to why they're tier 3. Earth Machine also really grindy. That's being able to make Zeus the actual way. It's such a toolboxy deck, and if you guys want, let us know below. I have a friend who plays the deck. Maybe we could get him on the channel and do a guide or some type of video with them for them. Eldritch, skill drain to 3. It's Master Duels, guys. It's Master Duel, guys, without the Max C. Eldritch, they're going to be the first tier 1 deck I have. They were already very good, and obviously getting skill drain to 3 I think does boost them quite a bit. Flow Underease, tier 3. They can still win Statue Lock. They did not need the Simorgh to do it. I don't like the deck as a whole. I don't think it's that great, so sticking with them in tier 3. Guru is going to be a rogue deck. You know, it's just one of those annoying decks, but Altergeist is just so far ahead of Guru that, you know, we need a tier in between them. Like Guru, we're going to put as rogue. Hero lives to 2, and Fusion Destiny to 2 as well. So we're going to put heroes in the rogue category. I don't think they get bumped up more with just the one a hero lives. Add Ignister, you know, hand trap deck, towers deck, tier 3. Infernoble I have a little better than Adamantipator, so we'll also put them as tier 3. But when it comes to combo decks like, you know, your Dragon Link, like your PKs, things like this, are your Sword Souls. They're just still better decks. Infernoble going in at tier 3. Invoke Dogmatica Shaddoll basically untouched. They got the Nadir down to 2, which isn't a huge thing, but it's still decent at the same time. IO is out of the format, so that was a very good card against them. We're going to put them as tier 1. Birds. So losing the Simorgh Link and losing that second Recital Starling, I still think the deck's going to do good though. The Tri-Brigade engine went untouched. The birds are still alright. We'll see where they go. I'm going to leave them as a tier 2. Mech Knights, I think, are going to be tier 3. The deck's just really, really good and can play a lot of strong going second cards. And without Protoss and like IO in the format, I think that kind of helps play with the going second strategy in the blowouts and less hand traps. So I think Mech Knights are in a pretty good spot. Mystic Mine, Rogue. Everyone wanted to see it get hit. It did not, so it is still there. Crobat to 3. Astrograph to 1. Where does that put Pendulums? I'm going to go tier 3 with it, actually. I think we're going to bump them up from Rogue. Astrograph's a good card to come back. We said it would. You know, everyone pretty much said it could. Electromite is still banned. I think Pendulum is going to be a good tier 3 deck. PK, so with the Brave cards coming, I'm actually having PK as my number 1 deck of the format. I think it's the best deck. We're definitely going to do a guide on how to take it down. Getting the Brave package to put up a negate before Nibiru, before, you know, they can really do anything. Cherubini can send the monster to the grave as cost because it's a level 3. Like, this deck is just so crazy with the extenders it can play. Plunder Patrol, Rogue. If your deck isn't on here, by the way, it's probably because I'd put it in the Rogue category. Plunder Patrol, you know, it's a good pilot, can do good with the deck, but I don't think that it's going to see a whole lot of success in the current format. Print Kids, another deck that's benefiting from the Brave package. We're going to put them as a very, very good tier 2 deck, possibly even right there like with Altergeist at the top of tier 2. Like I said, the Brave package helps, which means like now they don't get play into Nibiru as hard. They don't die to that first Ash Blossom as often. Like, the deck's going to be better and it's going to be around. They still do have the one Meow Mew, so keep that in mind. Circle went to 2, and I think this deck was already pretty good, so we're going to put them as tier 3. I think that's where we had them last time, but Salad, like, deck still does the same thing that it always did. It just has an extra copy of anything now. Sky Striker we're going to put right at the very top of tier 2, just ahead of the Altergeist and Prank Kids. So tier 2 for Sky Striker, you know, they lost one Fusion Destiny, that's it, but now they don't have to go against IO anymore. Sword Soul still tier 1. Like, the deck lost Protoss, which was an unfair card, but let's not act like the deck doesn't put up 2 negates, pop 2, and usually have a hand trap or like a Forbidden Droplet on top of that, plus full follow-up. Like, the deck's still insane. The deck's still tier 1, no doubt. They just lost that unfair card in Protoss. Tri-Brigade. This is like more standard Tri-Brigade. This is Maybe someone's going to try Lunalite Tri-Brigade. This is, you know, just other variants of Tri-Brigade. Is still tier 2. The deck's still good. It just got outshined with Bird Up being such a crazy deck. But yeah, so Tri-Brigade we're going to put as tier 2. Virtual World can also play the Brave package. I know someone who's messing around with playing Skill Drain with it, which I'm not 100% behind, but hey, if it works, it works. The card's pretty good, is it not? Virtual World, I'm going to put here. I don't do the half tiers because people are like tier 1, 1.5, 2. Why not just do 3, 1, 2, 3? And they're like, well, it's between 2 and 1. It's like, well, then it's between 3 and 1. Like, it's all fan made anyway. Why put halves? But say we would split the line right about here and say, because these 4 decks are going to be better than these 4. However, I think these 8 as a whole definitely go between the 4 here and the 8 here. Finally, zombies. This obviously includes no Eldritch. With Eldritch, you could probably bump them up a little bit, but I think Eldritch without the zombie package is going to still be the better variant. So like Zombie Lich, I guess we could put here, but just regular zombie control we're going to leave as a rogue deck. You know, Rivalry, Zombie World, 2 very oppressive cards, especially when paired together. Thank you guys for coming to my TED Talk. Here is our tier list, post Grand Creators, post Banlist. Sorry, like I said, not doing any live reaction here. This is my live reaction. I went to work on what decks are going to be the best of the format, and I think that's the better way to go about it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button on your way out.